Hey baddies, welcome to Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today's video is all about who is triggered by you and why. So this should be a juicy and fun reading, so go get your comfy stuff and your snacks and join me on the other side.
They call me a god. 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 Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Oh, tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game.
Hey, all of you who selected Justice from the Hocus Pocus deck. This is going to be your reading all about who is triggered by you and why. So we're going to get into it with the archetype deck right here. It's pretty thick, so I'm going to take half of it. Okay, so be sure to take what resonates and leave the rest behind, okay? And if you're pulled to more than one group, there may be more than one message here for you. All right, that's how my readings work here. So let's get right into it and tell me who was triggered by my group one. Justice. It feels like more than one person here. Maybe you've triggered a group of people. This may have to do with something legal as well. We have naysayers, skeptical, critic, not open-minded, forcefully express their position, critical, opinionated, argue for sake of argument. Hopefully you guys can see that. They're talking. If it's not a group of people, it's someone who's definitely talking about you. We have, the pitchforks here and the fire. There's definitely a disagreement. It may involve someone, going to court or filing charges or just so angry. There's a lot of conflict here. They're very angry. Very critical, very critical. This could also be like family as well. These two. We have flirt, needy, vulnerable, head over heels, flirty, needs outside validation, suspicious, naive, jealous, addicted to feedback, manipulative, or manipulation. Entertainer, lives in the moment, over the top, playful, joy and humor, life of the party, fun-loving, enthusiastic, clever, expressive, shock value. I think you may be a Leo, okay? There may be some jealousy going on. There may be some misinterpretation of your energy that has caused someone to like completely flip out. I'm hearing like completely lose their stuff. Okay, let's get into this toxic energy. Tell me about this toxicity I'm feeling. They lost it. They lost their stuff over this. And now they're very critical of you to other people. They got a group with them on their side, or they're getting them on their side, okay? And we're going to pull some tarot in a minute about this energy I'm feeling here. We have holds on to fears, has difficulty releasing the fears, which may be holding them back and moving forward, comfortable in what they know versus the unknown. Listen, I think this person is very insecure. Okay, and I think you've tapped into some kind of insecurity here with your behavior. This could be they think you're flirting with their person, or the way you dress. There can be something that was taken the wrong way. There's also could be greed here. Tic-tac-toe, playing basic mind games out of axes if they are outsmarting everyone. Yeah, someone here likes to play mind games. We have string along stand. plays mental mind games to make others feel as if there is a future, but gets off on others' codependency. Yeah, this may be somebody that you may have been codependent with and you stopped it. Okay. That feels family, close friends situation. So it's several different energies. Use your own discernment, please. Okay. Um, but I feel like this person feels like you have either taken something from them or have attempted to take something from them or have damaged something. And it may be like, I'm getting a scenario. This may be symbolic. It may be an example. Okay. It may be specific, but it's almost like you've rented a house, apartment, a room from a relative, and you accidentally spilled something or accidentally damaged something, and they're suing you. Instead of like going through the friendly, maneuvers, they decide just to take you to court. And it's because you go outside and get your mail every morning in your short shorts, and someone sees that and they don't like it, even though you may be, in close proximity. You know what I'm saying? So it feels a weird type energy, and this person feels extremely immature. And let's get into that immature energy. Give me an emotional or an empath. Sorry, an empath oracle card here. We'll take this one. This one feels very blue, so I'm going to take that one. Oh, and one more. That one feels very blue. We have shielding, protecting, and grounding. You need to protect yourself from this person. And maybe you already are, but this is your confirmation that you really need to protect yourself from this person. Ground yourself, and because I feel like this person's so triggered, they're kind of after you in whatever way they can get to you. Loving the self on all levels. Listen, this is part of the problem. You are out there feeling good about yourself, doing your thing, not even paying attention. And probably what happened here is very minute. It feels very minute. This is Petty Patty. Okay, Miss Petty Patty has drove up to the party, and she is determined to destroy the party because she's petty. And she didn't get invited, but she's crashing the party because that's what Petty Patty does. And, you're loving yourself. Continue to love on yourself. Continue to do good things for yourself. Okay. We have awareness of cosmic influences. I think this is your energy. Listen, the more you grow, the more people will show up and do this kind of stuff. They're jealous. Because you're looking good, you're feeling good. And here's the thing, you don't care. You don't care. You don't care. If there was a flirtation or an action that was mistaken and now that stain on the carpet is a really big deal, you know what? You didn't mean anything by it. You were just being you. Are you a Libra? You have some Libra in there. Libras often get misinterpreted. You're just being friendly. The Justice card, Libra energy. Okay, let's get some tarot. Tell me more about this weird situation. Being triggered. For some of you, this is too close to home for this kind of behavior. Like it's too familiar. Tell me more about this Petty Patty. Okay, we have the Chariot driving up. Temperance, I'm judging you. I see what you did. And I'm not going to let you get away with it. I'm not. I see you. That's what I'm feeling here. I see you. It's a Justice card. They feel like they need justice from you. I just think that's so funny. I just do. I know for some of you, well, it's not funny because we're going to court. Listen, it's ridiculous to take something so small and be this petty. It's just ridiculous. No reversals here. We have the 5 of Potions. Listen, Some of you have been totally bamboozled by this person. This person is very insecure. I don't care what kind of mask they have. They're playing a mind game with you. If you guys have fallen for some of this, okay? They're playing a mind game. They're very insecure. You're coming off looking real good right now. And yeah, you may have people who shouldn't be sniffing around, okay? That's not your problem. That's not your concern. There's nothing you can do about that. You keep being you. And all these creatures who are like that will be shown for who they really are. And this people are mad at the wrong person. They need to go home and take care of business. Okay? They need to leave you alone. So this is ridiculous. Okay? Now, I feel like this person who you've triggered, there may be some drinky drinks on the table all the time, if you know what I'm saying. They may have some wine past 9 and then some, if you know what I'm saying. It comes in a box. So, okay, we have the Queen of Pumpkins, the Ace of Potions, and the Lovers. Yeah, see, independent. Your independence is very triggering to this person. You think you're just it on a stick, don't you? Walking around in the world like you do. How dare you? Well, I do dare, thank you very much. I do. Jealous. And listen, I'm not saying that everything's going great for you. This is this person's impression and why they're triggered. They see you getting attention. Look at this eyeball in this potion bottle. You got eyes on you. Okay? You got eyes on you. And they don't like it because they think some eyes close to them that are supposed to be on them are on you. They feel like, lovers. Yeah. Lovers. Not taking their verses. Listen, you are learning to love yourself. Okay. And Auntie Amy has to tell you this. Okay. This is the truth. When you start loving yourself intensely and making good decisions that are in your best interest, and you start telling people no, the people closest to you will get triggered. And you start looking good. They start saying things like, oh, you're a snob now. You're all uppity. Who do you think you are? And the thing is, you haven't made any, you know what I'm saying? You're the same person. You're just more authentically you. You've taken off a mask. They're still masked, way, way masked. And you taking off your mask has made them feel icky. Real icky. Okay? And I feel like this person okay, for some of you, they straight up wish that they look like you. You got someone some of you, not all of you, but some of you got someone who's like a little obsessed with you. And you know it. And it's because they can't do the things that you do. Okay? You got this cosmic influence. Are you a Pisces? You have this cosmic Aquarian energy too. I dropped a whole deck off the table somehow. Okay. And so I feel like you're really coming online with your your spiritual self, with goals and dreams. And even though the world is a cesspool, there's something like rising within you that says, in spite of the world, I'm going to love myself. And this person, this is somebody who feeds off the cesspool energy. And if you're not going to be part of the cesspool, they don't know what to do about that. So protect your energy, okay? Best thing you can do is protect your energy. Okay, let's get some more energy for you. Tell me more about this person and why they're so triggered. Tell me more. Oh, we have horror clown showing off, wanting attention. They think you're a show off. They think you're a show off. Portal, gateway, open door, mirror. That's really what you are. You're a mirror. They don't like that. Night terrors, past memories, haunted. Ooh. Karaoke night, singing, dancing, playing. See, I feel like you enjoy yourself. You enjoy yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have a good time. And when you have a good time, this person does not like it. They don't like you having a good time. They don't like you being your authentic self. They don't like it. They like it better when you are back in the box. Get back in the box. They don't like it. They're offended by it. This is not a good person. Okay? Let them be triggered. It's okay to trigger people. And I think that's something on our walk that we have to get used to. The fact that we are going to trigger people. Because we're all going to believe different things. Even if we're the same religion, we're still going to believe different things. Rarely do people actually believe the exact same thing. Right? Because our brains are different. Our experiences are different. Justice is going to prevail here. Okay? You were drawn to the justice card. And in the end, justice is going to prevail. All right? And I feel like this person is haunted by their past. And that's part of why they're so triggered. There's a past here. There's a past, here that you may not be aware of. Okay? And they're very triggered by that as well. So let's get some affirmations for you. Spirit wants to bring forth a few messages just for you. Okay? Dealing with this person can be very draining because you're trying to live your life and do your stuff, right? Okay, what message do you have here? My group three, you may be drawn to group 3. My group 1, I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to be real, raw, and unapologetically me. That is you. That is you. I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to be real, raw, and unapologetically me. Boom. That's you. That's validation of what you're doing. Be more of you. More you. More you. More authentically you. Okay. We have don't blend in, stand out. Don't blend in, stand out. You were born to stand out. You're a born entertainer. You're born to be seen. People are naturally drawn to you. You're meant, whatever you do, whatever you're doing, okay, whatever it is, you're meant to be seen in that area. You're meant to be noteworthy. My vibe attracts my tribe. There you go. There you go. And you'll know them. You'll absolutely know your people. And I don't think this person is one of your people. There's one more card here sideways. I celebrate every inch of who I am, flaws and all, because I'm freaking fabulous. Because you are. You are freaking fabulous. Okay? You're amazing. All right. So that is what I received for you today, group one. And I really enjoyed reading for you. I hope you did too. If you made it to the end, leave me a little crown and let me know that you made it to the end because you are royalty. You are a queen, a king, a Leo, whatever. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected the Wheel of Fortune with Beetlejuice on it. This is going to be your reading all about who have you triggered and why. Someone's triggered by you. What's new? Are you a Scorpio? Hello. I have some Scorpio energy too. Okay. One more shuffle. It's hard to shuffle this deck because it's kind of big. All right, I'm going to take half of it. Tell me about my group two. Who is triggered by them and why? Tell me about my group two. Who is triggered by them and why? A Dark Lord. Okay. Physical warrior. Fighting on the front lines. Physical and magical capabilities. Enlightened, authority, power, grandiose. Influencer, noble. Okay. This could be somebody online. Okay, it could be somebody in person as well, somebody powerful or has a position of authority. Trickster, self-aware, purposeful, seeks out new ideas and experiences, openly questions and mocks authority, bends or breaks rules to challenge status quo. Okay. This feels like someone who's conservative and someone who's a little not. Okay. Like you've triggered someone who is very different from you, who has more conservative views than you do. Tell me more about this, or vice versa. Okay. I think you're mutually triggered by each other. Tell me more about this. We have Jester, can spotlight conflict and insecurities, loves to make authority look like idiots, drawn to trouble, emotional puppet master. You've kind of been making this person kind of look stupid. You have. You have. I could say so many things here, but I'm not going to say them. Okay. But you have been making this person look kind of dumb, and they are so triggered. And this Wheel of Fortune is telling me that they're like, something bad's going to happen because you keep on out here acting a fool, thinking the world owes you something. That's what I hear this energy is like. You're not taking care of business. You're not going by the rules. You may have a very creative soul, very creative. I'm hearing non-compliant, rebellious, dance to the rhythm of your own drum. And you may like actually be in a band, or you may actually be very musical, or you may be very creative with makeup or art. You may be a sculptor, or even you may like cook amazing food. You may do all of those things. Okay, I'm not going to limit you. I feel like you're Aquarian, Sagittarian. I feel like a Scorpio here as well. Any of those would fit. A mixture of those would fit. You may have some Taurus here. You may be a Taurus midheaven. You may be a Leo rising. You may have some Libra here as well. We have Transformers. They act one way in front of people. Oh, this is bad. And acts another way in private. They can switch their personality off and on. Ugh. And that is why you do what you do. Because you can't stand a hypocrite, right? So you trigger them. You trigger them because you know they're a liar. Because they act one way and then they're another. So you trigger them. Of mice, less men. Procreates and multiplies without the investment while destroying people's homes and energy. Ooh, no, we don't do that. No, that's not okay with you. That's not okay with you. Okay, what else do we have for my group two? Okay, we have two cards here, so we'll take those. Twilight shows up or calls at night to see what others are up to. Booty call anyone? You know all about it, don't you? Yeah, it's shameful. I also think they think this about you because of the way you look. Some of you, the way you look, they think this about you, and it's not even true. And even if it was, honey, it's none of their business. You do you, right? I don't judge people over here. We don't judge people for what they do. There is a million reasons why people do the things they do. And we have to stop judging people for the things they do, unless it's illegal or they're hurting someone. You know what I'm saying? Stop being so judgy, world. We're all just trying to get through. Monkeying around. Are you monkeying around? Are you having any fun? I like monkeys. Comes across as a happy-go-lucky and charismatic, but will never take anyone seriously. I think they think that you fool around. You don't take anything seriously. Like you just think everyone's going to give you everything and you just think it's all going to work out. And the thing is, it is. And it drives this person crazy. Now, I do think that you've had a rough go at it, probably because or indirectly because of this person. Okay? Um, I think this person is very selfish. I think they're very self-centered. Okay. I think they're me focused. And it's almost like you're a scapegoat. Okay. In this situation. Now, I think that you trigger them on purpose. And I say, you know what? If that helps you work through your stuff, do it. You know what I mean? Because this person here, I feel like they weren't there for you. And I think you're triggering them in ways to heal them. I think you have like a spiritual jester kind of energy, like a reflection, but something comes out of the mirror, you know? And it isn't a happy clown. It's you know, it's a whole other kind of story. And I feel like you offer up these mirrors to this person, say, see this, see this, see this, see this. And every time this person is shown truth, they just get triggered and they say things and they do things. And it's almost like you can play them like a clock. And you tell people, I can play this person like a clock. Watch me. Watch what I do. I'm going to do this and they're going to do this. And 9 times out of 10, you're right. Because they're so predictable. Predictable Polly. That's what we'll call them. Predictable Polly. Tell me more about Predictable Polly. We had Miss Petty Pat in the first one, and the second one is Predictable Polly. You can just wind them up and watch them go. I feel like this person may be triggered all the time. They're just, everything makes them mad. They have a hot temper and they don't know what to do with it. Creating personal space. That's really what it's about. Because this person does not honor boundaries. And that really makes you angry. That really does it for you. Right? So when they don't honor your boundaries, you don't honor theirs. I'm going to give you an example. Now, this doesn't have to be you, okay? It may be. But this is an example that spirit is giving me. Okay. So say y'all live in the same house and this person goes into your room and they take your Walkman. You don't have Walkmans anymore. Y'all don't have Walkmans. They take your whatever, your laptop, okay? Without telling you. And they use it and they leave it in the living room. And so you go and drive their lawnmower to the neighbor's house and park it in their garage. Because you know the neighbors. And they say it's okay because they like a good practical joke. But it turns out to be not a practical joke. And the persons who owns the lawnmower totally freaks out and says, "You stole my lawnmower. You stole my lawnmower." And it's just next door. And it's like, "I want to call the cops." You get it? That kind of thing. And we never really get around to, well, you took my laptop and you used it without my permission and you moved it. And laptops, phones, things like that are really personal. So I drove your lawnmower next door and I parked it in their garage. How's it feel? Well, it felt so violating, they decided they wanted to call the cops. That's the kind of boundary issue here. So when you're triggering this person, you're creating some personal space. Saying, back off. Leave me alone. I want to be left alone. Polly. So particular. So predictable, not particular. Okay, we have engaging with fears and doubts. Confronting inner demons. Listen. This person has a lot going on internally. And you know it. You absolutely know it. And the thing is, so do you. And I feel this kind of like energy is of I am sick to death of hearing what that person has going on, how their issues are more important than my issues, how we all have to circle around their issues. What about mine? What about the fact that they stole my computer and opened it and somehow got into it and did who knows what with it? And we're not even talking about that because they're ready to call the law on a lawnmower that is next door. It's as if I do not even matter here. So there's this energy of you being triggered because it seems like you were never valued like you should have been or like you should be today. And so because of that, you call attention with your triggering of this person to how they are selfish, self-centered. You call attention to the real demons. They're all focused on maybe recovery here. That's just an example. Maybe them getting a job or whatever it is. But the truth is, this person doesn't care about anyone else. They are only out for themselves. And you have had enough of dealing with them and their problems. And frankly, I do not blame you one bit. I don't blame you one bit, not one bit at all. This could be like a dad. This could be a brother, a sister, a sibling. It could be a mother. It feels like masculine energy that's out of control, but that could be any gender. Tell me more about this. I feel like what's happened is your masculine energy, whatever gender you are, I feel like has become very active because of this situation. Yeah, they're triggered. They sure are. But you know what? Here's the kicker. They should be Queen of Wands. They should be triggered. Queen of Wands energy. Charismatic. Manipulative. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands here. We have the Three of Cups. I feel like this is something they want. I feel like this is something you have that they want and they're triggered by it. Maybe you're a Queen of Wands or you have a Queen of Wands in your life that you are very, like you have friends, you have a good relationship with the Queen of Wands, and talk, communicate, you have a good time. And this person would like to be in on that. Oh, wow. Okay. The Four of Cups here. But the Strength card. But they're kind of locked out of that. They missed the boat. Okay. This person is not able to attain those things because they're so ate up with themselves, the past, and the emotional baggage that they can't get over. They can't let go. And I think they see this and they see some kind of strong bond here or strong fun. There's fun here and there's strength growing or there is strength here. This Queen of Wands feels very strong as well. And they want that, but they just cannot make it happen. There's no meat on the bone. It's kind of a dead issue. And we have Temperance here. They really think in time it could happen. In time it could happen. And we have the Six of Swords. They really think that that we could move past it. We could move on. And we have the Five of Pentacles. No, we can't. We can't move on. We can't get past it. This person is kind of stuck in no man's land. Okay. So the things that you have or this person perceives you having, because it really is about their perception of you, not reality. Because we all have perceptions of people, okay, that aren't real because we're not living your life, right? But this person's perception of your life is that you have such a great life. You have a great relationship, or this is you, the Queen of Wands, living your life, having good connections, perhaps with someone this person wants to have good connections with, or you're the Queen of Wands here. You're very strong. You're very resilient. And they really think that with time, and no, they're stuck and you're not, and they can't stand it. There are consequences to your actions, period. There are consequences to your actions, and you have to deal with them, period. That's the way it is. That's the way it goes. Queen of Wands is magnetic. Walking away. That fell out of the deck. Did you walk away? If you did, you're walking away or you're thinking about walking away is going to highly trigger this person. Tell me more. Maybe you did recently. Listen, sometimes you got to cut your losses and get some space from people that are not good for you. You know, these two cards want to come out. Illumination, hidden truths revealed, a clear path ahead. Subconscious, vivid dreams and nightmares. See, you see the truth here. You know that you have done all you can or you did all you could. Okay. And you walking away, getting space, that kind of thing, really did or will relieve a lot of your anxiety. Because you know deep down this person isn't good for you or your situation. They get triggered about everything that happens to you, good, bad, indifferent. You cannot do the right thing even if you tried. If you won $1 million, they would still be mad at you. And in those kind of situations, sometimes you just gotta take some time and breathe deep and get your bearings, because in these situations, you lose perspective because you're being pommeled with coconuts of hatred all the time. Someone's triggered over everything you do, and they're violating your boundaries. They're violating you in ways that you don't like. They're taking from you. And sometimes it's fun to trigger people like that. Sometimes they need a mirror held up. And you have to be authentic and true to yourself. That doesn't make you a bad person. Doesn't make you a troublemaker. It makes you real. And boy howdy, when you start being real, people, well, they act like this. Okay, let's get you a few messages here. What message do you have for my group 2? What messages do you have? Okay, we have 3. I'm not high maintenance. I'm just worth it. You are. You're worth it. You're absolutely worth it. I love myself unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. And that's a problem for some toxic people in your life. I rise above fear and step into my power. Boom. Yeah, that triggers people every time. I am a powerhouse of talent, passion, and determination. I am a powerhouse of talent, passion, and determination. You obviously are. I can feel that you are because of this person right here. This person is a huge obstacle. And in order for you to get anywhere in life, you've had to be very determined and very powerful. And you've had to learn to love yourself unconditionally. Okay. So I just want to say I'm really proud of you, because this is hard. This is really hard. So be good to yourself. Okay. All right, group 2, that's what I received for you. I really enjoyed doing this reading. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, leave me a Ferris wheel down below. Let me know that you made it this far. And if you like the reading, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And thank you guys for watching. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected the Queen of Wands. This is going to be your reading all about who is triggered by you. All right, let's get into it and see who is triggered by you. The Queen of Wands is the hottest card in the deck. Also, one of the most manipulative cards in the deck. So I'm feeling this person that's triggered by you may be very manipulative, or they may feel that you're very manipulative. Also, very hot. All right, let's get a couple cards here. Tell me about my group 3. Who feels triggered by them and why? Oh, we got quite a few that just came out. Let's see. We have Fairy Goth. I wanted to say Goth Mother. Are you a Fairy Goth Mother? fairy godmother, hexes others, susceptible to magical attacks, spiteful, trickster, cruel, selfish, ruthless, interferes with others' plans, unreasonable. Oh my. Well, okay. We have individualist, temperamental, self doubt, reactive, anxious in difficult situations, acts out, rebellious, sensitive to criticism, withdrawn. Oh my. What is going on here? Someone's throwing a fit, it feels like. A masochist, projects energy onto others, hates weakness and vulnerability, abusive, low self worth, endures great self torment. Oh, are they a martyr? Oh, oh no, have you triggered a martyr? Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, that's horrible. Let's get one more card. That sounds horrific. I hate it. I hate it. Oh no. We have Judge. Hesitant to make any hasty judgments, logical, remains neutral in conflicts between others, listens, observes, pays attention to facts. Is that you trying to be reasonable with this person? I don't think you can. I don't think you can be reasonable with this person. They seem very hot headed, very ungrounded, and their individualism is not based on anything like grounded. They're just being different to kind of like be different. Okay. There's not like a theme here of why am I seeing a restaurant and somebody walking out into the restaurant parking lot? I'm seeing like I don't know if y'all remember Kettles, but like a coffee place you go get coffee and like breakfast food. That might mean something for someone. I'm seeing the word express. We have the Nine of Swords here. Anxiety. You caused a lot of anxiety for this person. Perhaps there's some legal issues here too with this judge. I feel like they may think that you're ungrounded. They may think that you are flighty. Just take what resonates here. We have the Fool. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing, do you? That's what I hear them say. You don't know what you're doing, Knight of Swords. This person is really aggressive about ruining your good time. This person is just they poo poo everything. They're very negative. This is a very negative person, a pessimist, a professional pessimist. Okay. And I got to tell you, they're hard to be around and easily triggered and triggered by really messed up things. Tell me more. Like, oh, you got a new job? Oh, well, it's not going to work out, That's a long drive. What kind of raises they offer? Oh, that's not much. Well, good luck to you. You're going to hate it there. Just doesn't have a nice word to say. Death. Doesn't have a nice word to say. Nope, you're going to not like it. Oh, you're getting married? Really? Where are you getting married? Oh, well, that's a crappy place to get married, the Tower. Yeah. They really like and enjoy making people feel uncomfortable. Okay. And I think you triggered this person because you were like, oh no, we're not doing this anymore. You are not going to be this person with me. Okay. You are not going to be this person with me. Okay. You're not going to be this person with me. I can't handle it anymore. And you may have had words with this person. And the words may have triggered them, like, how dare you talk to me that way? Really? They must really think there's something. Maybe they hold some kind of status. Maybe there's money here or something, and they think they're better. Because I am seeing a very expensive area, a house in a very expensive area for some of you. So they may think they're better than. Oh, you're not. The Nine of Coins, the Nine of Pentacles. You're not better. And perhaps you let them know that they're not better. They're not better. And I feel flabbergasted. Why would you talk to me that way? You need to work on yourself. There's a busybody energy here. Busybody. And they just love to talk about people. They're a gossip. They're a gossip. And you were like, you will not talk about me anymore. Perhaps you had this conversation or it's coming. But there's this energy of like, you're not going to talk. You're not going to talk smack on me anymore. We're not doing this. You're not doing this to me. I've had enough. I'm sick of having worry and anxiety and hearing stuff that you're saying about me. I'm tired of it, and we're not doing it anymore. Healing with Mother Nature. I feel like this is your energy. You're healing. You're becoming more whole and not being the whipping post for this situation anymore. And it's causing a tower for the Queen of Wands. If I'm not your gossiper, mother, friend, sister, brother, boss, friend, grandmother, grandfather, whatever, friend, whatever this is, then who am I? And I hear, I don't know. I don't know what you are, but we're not doing this anymore. You are not doing this to me. And in return, you're not doing it to them. Not that you're doing anything. There was a word said here that caused this Queen of Wands to become very anxious. Loss of sleep, releasing emotional weight. You let them have it, or you're going to let them have it, and it's going to trigger them. Either way, this Queen of Wands does not feel good about the situation. They feel very, very bad. They feel very, very bad. And like bad things could happen. For some of you, there's some kind of repercussion to this that could weigh very heavily. And it could be they're just going to look bad. They're going to look real bad to people. Because I feel like you getting aggressive in this situation is kind of out of character. You don't really do this, but you had to. Because you had to transform. You had to transmute this relationship. You had to make it right for yourself. You had to be willing to do all of this so that you could have new doors, new paths open for you. And you could get in a position where you were able to take a leap. You can't take a leap with this kind of energy pulling on you, you know. You have to be free to leap towards something without being held back by this heaviness. Let's get some more energy here. Tell me more about this situation. I feel like they still judge from afar. And there's a lot of cattiness here. This is someone who does, regardless of where they live, they feel better than. They feel better than you. Because they feel like they have their stuff together. But the truth is, they don't have their stuff together. A change in energy shift. Illusion, it's not real. What you see is not what is. Their life is a facade. Their relationships are fake. They're so fake that they don't even know what's real about them. At night, when they're alone, drinking their wine, eating their ice cream bar, they're really worried about the fact of how fake they are, how they don't even know who they are. They look in the mirror and they wonder who they've become. Their sense of self-identity has been reduced to nothing. And this fight, these words, whatever this was, really woke that up. Perhaps you casted on them as well, some of you, to make them aware of their fakeness. When this person says, I love you, it doesn't mean anything, because they really have forgotten what love is. Sometimes that happens. People get so far removed from love and compassion and kindness, and they get so caught up in shallowness and vapidness that they lose themselves to something they never wanted to be. You have the arts, creativity, passion for your craft. So I would say that if you cast it on this person, it hit. It hit, okay? Family, soul tree, best friends, brothers, sisters. Validation for if this was family, best friends, brothers, sisters, mother, dad, grandma, best friend. I do feel like you're dealing with this situation the way you have or the way you are going to is really going to release a lot of inspiration, a lot of vitality. I feel my solar plexus is really expanding. And I feel like you're going to feel more free to express yourself. And it's going to bring through a lot more creativity. You're going to have more clear creativity. It's not going to be muddled. You're not going to wonder. You're going to want to get to actually being creative. And, it's hard to be creative when you're constantly being beat down and you get confused by the argument. You get confused by what you hear the gossip is. You start to doubt yourself. It's a mind game. But when you eliminate some of this and you start listening to yourself, to your guides, your ancestors, what have you, and you allow the energy to shift, you allow the transformation, the transmutation, you begin to see that you align with something far lighter, literally. You align with illumination. And many times it comes through your creative source, your creativity, whatever that is for you. We have higher power. God is calling. Connect spirit. Bam. Whatever paradigm you're in, whatever you work with is here in this reading. And wants you to know they're confirming this. Okay? They're coming through to tell you they're confirming this. And you just need to connect with that. Okay? Whatever you're working on, they want you to know. Inner child, masculine energy. There's a healing of your inner child going on. And it feels like your masculine energy is being healed. So your ability to act in a healthy way, your ability to create and act and follow through in a healthy way, your ability to communicate in healthy ways. You'll see that you will feel more like moving forward. You'll feel more like creating plans of action. This person, this situation, I feel like it almost activated a trigger within you. That you did that. You spoke up. You said the thing, or you're going to. You did the thing, or you're going to. And you're going to realize that you can do that. You can say the thing. You don't have to live in anxiety about how someone's treating you. You don't have to accept less than what you're worth. Yeah, they're triggered by you because you spoke up. You said something. You said, no, we're not doing this anymore. And yeah, They flipped out because they lost their punching bag. But you gained yourself. You gained a healing that is going to radically affect your life, and it will unfold through time and patience. And you deserve this. This is yours. This is something that you've worked very hard for. And honestly, I feel like there is a calling here. Like you are called to do something. Gratitude. Someone feels unappreciated. I feel like your spirit team, whatever it is really calling out through this reading. Okay. And give them some love. Okay. Because I feel like they're trying to manifest something for you. Where are my cards? Where are my cards? There they are. Okay. Let me see what this is. What are we trying to manifest here? Because usually when I get a card of like, we need an offering, we need a prayer, we need some kind of, gratitude, it usually means there's something coming through for you. So tell me about it. There's a change. Well, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, well, reading over. Some kind of money, some kind of foundational thing, building generations, building a business for generations, foundations. This is beautiful. Like, yay. Yay, resources. Yay, loans going through. Yay, good things. This is awesome. Okay, should I pull more cards? Like, we have the Empress ruling your own kingdom. I feel like you're going to get balanced in your masculine and feminine energy. Okay, that's what I feel. There's balance coming. Fulfillment, creative expression, healing, wholeness, artistic expression. And we have the King of Swords. And the thing is, you're going to use logic and reason. This bottom card wants to come out. The Eight of Coins here. This is going to come in by listening to spirit, okay? Listening to guidance, using logic with the information they bring you, okay? And continuing to invest in your work, your creativity, and learning to trust what you hear, your intuition, learning to trust what you're shown, okay? Building your confidence. Good things are coming, okay? Good things are coming. And you're building a major foundation. But some of you, you guys have some money coming. Could be little money, could be big money, but it feels like something that helps you see a foundation being built or starts to build a big foundation, maybe a business. For some of you, you may have a business that starts to take off, but it takes off because you temper your logic with spiritual information. Okay, let's get you a few cards here. Tell me more about my group 3. Tell me more. Let's see. I'm shuffling over here. Let me see what we got here. We have, I'm not chasing dreams. I'm making them happen. Beautiful. You're not chasing. You're attracting. Confidence on, doubt off. Boom. They're talking to you. I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. I'm a morning warrior. Boom. Rise and shine, sunshine. Sorry. Let's see. I have to find one. Okay. I create my own sunshine. There you go. So I feel like your spirits, your guides are all telling you that good things are coming. Okay. And I know this situation feels very heavy, but I do think there's a shift coming in for you. And I feel like your guides and ancestors want you to take that away from this reading more than anything else. Okay. Yeah, you triggered this person. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, all that stuff. But also, more importantly, you have a 10 of pentacles on the table. More importantly, you have, I'm not chasing dreams, I'm making them happen. You have support here. And this was an awesome reading. I'm so glad to end all the readings today on this reading here. The arts, creativity, passion for your craft. This is where your 10 of pentacles is going to come. Okay? So invest in those things that you want to create, those things that are inspiring to you. All right? I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, leave me a little cat emoji down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you made it this far, leave me a cat. And if you'd like this reading, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.